Okay, Gerald here. Hey, we buy houses in Plano, Texas, Frisco, Allen, McKinney, all in the surrounding area as well. And a lot of times you'll wind up hearing this, we buy houses for all cash. I would hope so, because why would you want anything else? So what does that mean? We buy houses for cash, all cash offer. What that means is the contract means it's not dependent on third-party finance, which is a bank, a loan, on some other finance. In other words, if you work with a realtor, traditionally with the buyer that's getting pre-qualified for a home, they got to qualify for a home loan, and they got to make sure that their credit's worthy. Once they're approved, they get a pre-approval letter with the realtor. Then the realtor will have that letter and submit it with the offer. All right, but that doesn't mean that everything's approved. Something may happen. So the deal may fall apart. That's why you see on the contract a TREC form you'll have, like, I forget, 7, 8, 9 pages long. Always be contingent upon finance and approval. So that's their out. So if they can't finance in the end, they get out of the contract. And that usually takes anywhere up to 30 days, even longer, for them to push all that paperwork through to get you through. Now if they can't close due to lack of financing, they'll get the deposit back. And you can start all over again after 30 days. When you sell your house to an investor, when it's called cash offer, what that means is there is no contingent upon financing. That means cash is coming in. It's not qualified for a loan. No, it's not going to be a bank that comes out and inspect the property. The investor usually does the inspection before they go all the way through. They can look at the situation, assess it, and then take into account everything about that property, and then they're going to make that offer, the cash offer, because they got to make room for the repairs as well, plus what's behind the walls. And what I mean by that, once they make that purchase and if something's behind the walls, say termites, they got to adjust for that as well. Because now it's on them. Also, when you buy as is, or an investor buys as is, that's just it. It's buying it as is. You don't have to fill out no disclosures, no paperwork as far as that goes. Your contract's going to be one single page, very simplified, and it usually close fairly quick depending on your title. So if they get all that wrapped up, you get your check. There won't be no closing costs towards you. The only thing that's going to come out of your pocket is, or your proceeds of the house is prorated taxes, because we have no way of knowing if the taxes have been paid on my house or not. That's why it goes to the title attorney. So the paperwork does go to the title attorney. It is a legal bonding contract, and it is legal to sell a house that way. You don't need a realtor to be involved. You just need a contract between buyer and seller. Take it to the title company. They'll execute it and arrange for closing. The buyer brings the money to the title company. Title disperses it to the owner. You get your check in the way of your money in the way of a check or a wire, depending on which way you want it. Now, a lot of homeowners are going to want to go, well, why can't you sell it with a realtor? Well, you can, but you remember that you still have to pay the fees as well on a realtor. And the realtor is going to tend to give you a price. I can get you this. And if it doesn't sell, they're going to say, well, you need to fix this up. You need to fix that up. You might need to do this. You might need to do that. You might need to come down. Or it may sell right away. The difference with us is we have different options. We do work closely with the realtor. So if that is your best route, we'll work with him to try to help push your property out and get it sold as fast as we can. Or we'll just work the way down. Either way, giving you new options, you make the choice and close according to your terms. Alright, I hope that helps. Give us a call if you need to sell that house. We'll talk it over, come see the house, and discuss your options. And try to make it a win-win situation for all involved. So give us a call or click on the link below and fill out the form and submit your form, and we'll get back with you. Alright, take care. God bless.